Hey everybody, and welcome back to this video series about how we create a plugin in WordPress. The first video we created all the basics. We created the description for the plugin. We have the plugin name, the description, and also the version. And we can see inside WordPress that it has detected the plugin. We have activated it, but it doesn't do anything at the moment. There is no functionality. The architecture of a plugin is you have this description, of course, and then you have a very core part of WordPress called hooks, and you have filter hooks, you have action hooks, and the filter hooks modify existing content, and then they return it in a changed format. An action hook may, as the name implies, performs an action that is up to the programmer. So we have these two basic mechanisms to make our plugin, and this is really what makes up the core of plugin development: filter hooks and action hooks. If we should apply a filter hook in this plugin, we type add filter, and then we provide the actual filter. And WordPress has quite a lot of filters. If you go to the WordPress codex and you search for filters, then we can see here that a very comprehensive documentation about the different filters that you can use. And one of the filters is called the content, which basically is a filter that is applied to the post content when it is retrieved from the database before it is shown on the screen. And if we take the content, this is the filter name, and then we need to put in we can put in array. Well, what this does here is that we use the filter, the content, and then we need to provide the class name of the class that will actually implement this filter. And this is the class name, and it's a good practice to use a unique one. And then the next parameter is the function name that will actually do the filtering of the content. So we will make a class called filter hook, and they should match these two here, because this is what we're telling WordPress, that we will use a class called filterhooks_fix_WordPress, and that it should have a method, a function called fix spelling. And when we use this content filter here, we will have a parameter called the content, which is the actual content coming from WordPress when it is loaded from the database. Oops. So what we're doing here is that we will we will search for WordPress, any occurrences of WordPress, spelled with a small p, and we will replace it with a capital P here. And then we will put in the actual content that we need to make this search or replace for. And then we return the replace string. This is actually it. And we can see here, this is actually called, this function here is called a callback function. And the reason why it's a callback function is that we attach the hook, provide the class, and then we indicate what function should be called when this filter is applied. So this is the callback function, and this also needs to match the actual function name otherwise it will not work. This is basically it, and this is how it works when you work with plugins. You use these declarations where you add a filter, you add an action, and then you provide a callback function. If we go into WordPress again, take a look here. If we update it, probably we need to deactivate it. And right now we don't have anywhere that says WordPress. Let's go inside the home page and so now we're deliberately typing WordPress with a small p, and if we update that, the filter action should, or the filter hook should search for this and replace it automatically. And we will activate the plugin. So now we can see here that we have the WordPress, and it is all automatically corrected to a capital P, even though that our page has a small p. And this is the way a filter hook works. It takes some existing content and modifies in some way and then returns it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.